boys and girls, you have exactly 4 days remaining to confirm your qualification for the 2024 Worm Olympics. If you're not over that line on the scoreboard, you need to win as many points as possible in the next 4 days to get over it. It starts on Monday. I actually deleted that link, by the way. That link was from an account that was made in 2013. So somebody with an account that old accidentally clicked the link and has had their account spamming and will eventually get banned ever since. Do not do it. You'll become a zombie too. Ryan, CCK, Chaz, Scotty, Sothan, Mindray, welcome to the stream, everybody. In Fallout news, however, it is time to build the teleporter, or the Interceptor, which will get us into the Institute. All we have left is the main quest. If you have any cool information, hints, tips, tricks, or reminders on what to do on the main quest, please keep them to yourselves. What's wrong with being a zombie? Do you really want to be shambling around, brainlessly advertising for a company you don't agree with? Welcome to Amazon's Twitch. Capacity, good morning as well. Mod me, let me kill the links. No. We don't need mods in this place. Time to find that time-travelling baby. I know, right? Chaz, thank you for the massive terrorist emote. Thank you. Yes, I have to sit and thank Chaz for this, even though he's doing it to hurt me. For the main question, you need to walk around a lot. Sorry for the spoiler. Actually, now you've brought that up, CCK, I'm about to deliver some good news. I have been thinking about this over the course of the last 21 hours. It would probably be in my and everybody's best interest for me to build the signal interceptor at Sanctuary. Because if I can't move Sturgis, and this is a multi-part build, it would not be beneficial for the viewing experience to watch me take vertibirds to and from for every stage. It might only be one more stage, but if it is, that's fine. How about that? The vertibird group. As much as I'd like to build it here, I mean, one thing I could do is build the whole thing over at Sanctuary, and then just store it all and rebuild it here. Isn't that right, Ronnie Shaw? But I think it would waste a little bit too much of everybody's time, energy, and brain cells for me to travel too far back and forth, right? Isn't that right, Codsworth? True. Because what we're doing today is, I'm finalising the build. This is... I mean, I could do this now, couldn't I, thinking about it? This is the stabilised reflector platform that I need to build to I think what we're going to be doing here is slowly constructing a method of gaining entry, finally, into the Institute to find out what became of Sean. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to store this, because I need to go and speak to Sturgis, who, despite our protestations, will not leave Sanctuary on the opposite side of the map. So I think what we do today is, on this fine and beautiful morning, is drop a signal grenade and let's take off straight to Sanctuary, shall we? Welcome to the stream, everybody, incidentally. That's a lot of rambling. Predictions up for those that would like to get involved. That was a large nuclear explosion that I didn't plan. Is everybody all right? Is Boston still alive? Alive is a push, but yeah, it's fine. Did I just get the notification that this vertebrate's coming? Right, in between streams, I've done a tiny little bit of tickling work. I have been and bought some shipments. I've gathered some supplies, and I've gone and got water and signal grenades and stuff, so we can head straight back now, and we can start speaking to Sturgis about what needs doing. I'm going to build it, I think, at Sanctuary, and then bring it all back here. And if we need Sturgis again in the future, then I'm just screwed. Yeah, an account that's been alive and up and running for 11 years. I accidentally clicked that link and it will eventually get banned. That is brutal. Preston, what's your head? Oh, it's fine. Alright. I'm looking forward to this. We might, today, step foot inside the Institute. Can you imagine? Okay, let me just get rid of this waypoint and let's get to Sanctuary.
Glad to have you aboard, man.
Thank you. It's a good day to be on Team Honours. He never gets chopped and I have very little channel points. Did you lose that much? By the way, hello and good day to everyone. CCK, good morning. And I'm immediately in combat because of course I am. Look at this. It's a fine, beautiful, sunny, blue sky morning. Which means it's the perfect time to go underground. Lovely. Can I just ask you a question? Have you ever seen Suski and the Silver Shroud in the same room? Breathe in that morning rid. I just love Southend, the smell of radiation in the morning. Glorious. Poor old Boston. It's never looked better. Even in such a low frame rate. Trinity Tower. No, that's Trinity Tower, isn't it? I died in Trinity Tower. I've died in all sorts of places on this map, it turns out. I died over there yesterday near Big John's Salvage. I didn't die in Green Tech Genetics, thanks to Mama Murphy and the code that she gave me, which I promptly ignored. And used significantly later. Oh, just think of all the places we've died. I can't even go through... There's so many deaths now that I can't even go through them all and remember them. It was like that to a point when we were still doing the scar business, but if I was continuing the scars beyond the 10th death, then I'd look like... I nearly made an extremely insensitive joke there. Ah, Lexington. The sign of the first death. The Corvega car manufacturing plant. Died a lot in there. Laughs in Fallout 76. Wait, what about Fallout 76? I'm sad there isn't a ship properly located atop one of those buildings. Me too, mind right. Me too. Yeah, there's another place I've died, of course. Died thanks to getting bombarded by a runaway vertibird. Yeah, that's the biggest hole in my heart in this playthrough, mind right, I agree. I also fell through a bridge there, if you all recall, fact fans. And it wasn't a legitimate death because it was bug related, but that was the first... Was that a mini nuke? Am I about to die again while I'm talking about death? I swear I just saw a mini nuke fly by. Somebody click that for me and confirm that was a mini nuke. I want to know whether I've just used up one of my 9 lives. I've still never confirmed whether a vertibird can get shot down, nor do I want the answer to that. But if anything could do it, it'd be a mini nuke.
Oh, let's revisit and reenact all those deaths. For old time's sake, and of course my chop count.
I mean, if we double this, it would get us to what? 60, 76 deaths? Who's on 76? That would, to be honest, Alkarion, that would put Chrisman in contention. I'm willing to do it. Because Chrisman's one of the only oranges in the next 30 people. Alkarion, however, thank you for subscribing for 48 months at tier 3. If you had an accountant, Alkarion, they'd be crying right now. I appreciate it. Thank you, Alkarion, very, very much. Am I the only one who plays Fallout 76? I don't know, some people. I think Siddle's played it a little bit.
Looks like a good landing spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
Of course, Scotty, of course. There you go, Alkarion plays it as well. Alkarion, I appreciate the tier 3 so very much. Hello, Carla. I might speak to you in a second, actually. Stay there. Right, Sturgis. Let's go speak to him about what's next for this thing. In fact, where shall I build this? Shall I smash my old house down? No. This one. God, that is severe. Every time you destroy one of these houses, it's so severe. Right, let's clear a bit of way. This is where we're going to build our new signal interceptor. At least temporarily. We might move it back down to the castle after the fact. Alright. I should then have in my storage one of these I don't need to use. I do. Okay. Did it look like a mini nuke, mind right? Does it look like a football with a I appreciate that, Mindra. I'll have a peep after. Where am I building? Should I build this? Should I build a cover for this? I don't know how big it is, do I? I don't know whether I'm just putting something on it or not. Let's build it. Right in the centre. For those of you that are just joining, this is going to get me into the Institute to finally find Sean. It's beautiful. Thank you all, Kieran. Kieran's at the monies. Sturgis, I suppose we need to know what the next is. It's there and gone so fast it's hard to tell. Yeah, I might have to slow it down in, at a later date. I appreciate it. Sturgis.
Stream title idea.
Did you find
Where's
a good spot
Sean
to build
Bean?
your signal interceptor?
That's actually really good. Gwynblade, welcome to the stream.
Did you figure out the rest of Virgil's schematics?
I think so. Best I can tell until we actually try to put it together. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find.
Fuck off.
I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Console relay dish beam emitter.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
Let me break it down for you. There's 4 main parts to this thing. 1, a control console to input the code and process the signal. 2, what he calls a relay dish. That's what intercepts the teleporter signal. 3, a molecular beam emitter. Gets pretty technical here, but looks like this is what translates your matter into energy for transmission. 4, the stabilized reflector platform that you already built. That's what concentrates and reflects the molecular beam. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Don't you just love techno-babble? But I suppose it kind of makes sense. Oh god, look at my waypoints. Oh no. No, 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 no. Search military sites for a circuit board, search telecom sites for a sensor module, search hospitals for a biometric scanner, build the beam emitter, relay, dish, and console. Alright, let's see what we can build. Gwynblade, thank you for the bits. I'll carry on. I can't thank you enough. I don't think it is, but it's behaving rather weird. I'm not quite sure what it could be. I tell you what it was, Mind, right? There was a super mutant behemoth, you know, the big hulking massive ones. And I think they throw rocks. I did see one down there. It might have just been a rock. Sturgis, you and me. Right. Oh, it's all here, look. Oh, I can build it. No, that's a robotics workbench, never mind. I can build a relay dish. Alright. I mean, I don't know where this should point. I suppose let's point it towards the Institute, which is, what, that way somewhere? South? Just, well, directly south? Close enough, right? I don't know if I might have to build it with some space. And then what's this? Holy shit, that thing. And I can build it now. Oh, God. Oh, God, we're doing it. It's happening. Strange looking start. I am building my way up, and I can power it up immediately. Oh, I need a nuclear reactor, don't I? I forgot. Do I have enough for that? Jesus, look at this. That's kind of cool. Let's straighten this up a bit. Dougie, good morning. I am building my way in. So it's happening. Okay, do I need to wire these up? Attach the wire to what? That? It needs 20 power. Attach the wire to that. I'm assuming attach the wire to that. So it's all wired up together. In fact, I've just noticed a trip hazard. Sturgis. Move a second. Can I? Sturgis. Sturgis. Please. Sturgis. I just noticed it was a health hazard having the cables reaching across the console. Got into some Half-Life stuff here. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit, right? Sturgis seems keen, though. So I'm assuming I can't power it up now. Because I would need... Oh, God, I'm going to have to build it. How big is this reactor going to have to be? Turns out I could have built it at the other place. Never mind. Power... Generators. There's like a nuclear one, isn't there? That's a Voltex. Oh, God, I can build it now. Sturgis, you're expecting a lot from me here, friend. Can I line this up nicely? That doesn't feel like it's lined up nicely. Do you know what? That's not bad.
I have so much data on the world before the atom bombs. I fear I may have to delete some of it to store my new...
Just gotta make sure we've got enough power.
You know, I think we've got enough Jesus. Why does that not connect? Why is that not connecting, I wonder? Can you connect? Sturgis, I'm scared.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
I have some things to do first.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll keep tuning this baby. Although we won't know if it's gonna work until we actually try it.
I might just save. There's Gordon Freeman when you need. This really feels like the point of no return, doesn't it? Oh God. Nobody confirm or deny whether I'm right with that. What does the quest say now? I've got no side quests. I've got this Randolph safe house thing that I need to report back to Desdemona, and this, which I'm fairly sure is broken. Thandia, good afternoon. Look. I might just wrap this Desdemona quest up quickly. I know it's probably frustrating and you want to see me go straight through, but if this is the point of no return, I might be closer to the end than I thought we were. Can I be excused just nipping back to Desdemona to hand this quest in?
Two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
I'm going to need to prep ammo, I'm going to need to prep food, I'm going to need to prep... Oh. Is that alright, everybody? We're going into the fucking Institute. Probably today. Right. Let's get this. Let's just set off and get this done. All the side quests are just to sort of grass on Acadia, which I don't fancy doing, morally. I need to report a safe house back to Desdemona, which is just side quest stuff. I could tell Desdemona about Acadia.
57 whole seconds. That's got to be a record for how long you haven't died in a stream.
Mazak, stop. You're supposed... You've been here long enough to know that my survival aspects are undeniable. Mazak, look what I've done. I've built the thing that's going to get us into what I feel to be the final frontier. Right, tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go back to Desdemona real quick. We're going to hand this thing and I'm going to tell them about the Institute. I'm going to tell the railroad about Acadia. Then I'm going to nip to Hangman's Alley, and while we're at Hangman's Alley, I will grab all my supplies, ammo, food, everything. Do I want power armor for it?
Welcome aboard, Knight.
Ooh, I don't know. Mazak, thank you for 57 months, though. I appreciate it as always.
Locked and loaded.
Thank you all for the subs this week already. It's been crazy. Thank you, Mazak. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for picking me. What's next on the chopping block? Valheim is next on the chopping block. So in that 2022 playthrough, I did the first 5 bosses. They've added 2 expansions to Valheim, including 2 brand new bosses, which I'm going to go straight into. I feel like I say it every month, but 57 months is actually fucking crazy. It really is. I mean, what are you doing on Fallout? Oh, I see. On Fallout, I'm just gonna nip back and just tie up some tiny loose ends, and then I think I might be starting the finale. Oh, I don't want to start the finale of this playthrough. I really liked it. Stubel's Return, Mazak. Yeah, I'm going straight back into the old save. We're going to be dropped straight back into Stubelton on the beautiful island of Polfgard. No, the beautiful island of Peninsula. It does, Mazak, yeah. So what happens is, according to Razor, the map, either in an area you've never been to, generates the new stuff, or if you've uncovered the whole map, it expands it out and then puts the new stuff at random on some place out there. That's pretty cool, right? So yeah, we're going to go back to Stubel and we're going to go look for the for the next 2 bosses. And Chaz is going to see his lighthouse, and Cheeky's going to see his... No, Santa's going to see his hot tub, and Cheeky's going to see the charred, destroyed remains of his treehouse kitchen. I wouldn't trust Razor, he's one of those light red people. Yeah, but I've discovered over time in this place that the light red people are actually significantly more trustworthy than the green ones. Despite the fact that none of them are trustworthy at all. Are you ever going to visit Swan? He's so lonely and wishes somebody would come and say hello. There is a few goals that I need to do. One of them is to go back to that really, really radioactive place in the north and shit on it from a great height, where I died twice that day. And Swan. Yeah, I'll go and pet Swan. I did try and nuke Swan from orbit the other day, but he wouldn't have it. I might just critical mini nuke him from a distance. If that's what everybody's been referring to when they say pet. Oh shit, hello. Can I please have a landing spot here? Game. Here, hello. This is not where I asked to... I want to be over there. Are we landing here like we always... Okay, fine. Just to rub it into mind, right, that the US Constitution still sat there.
Touchdown could be a little rough.
So brutal and mean. What did Swan ever do to you? You're the one who asked me to engage. Drop me straight into... It's just a raid. Okay. That I missed the 95% shot on. He can live. Let's creep back to the Old North Church. Have you already transferred? We have, Mazak, yeah. All those that are interested, the raiding guild is called Crows. And it is built up of people from my former guild on the server before. Or a good number of them anyway, so I managed to wrangle at least 5 60s in there now. Mina's going to be the next. Thandir and Mina, etc. waited until they got to 60, then moved over. And we are so very early in the raiding scene that it's not even formulated yet, so All of the guilds are just putting all of their 60s into one big pug at the moment, but hopefully, in the next week, we'll be able to raid as a guild. We've been pumping UBRS like maniacs. It's actually incredibly good. Feels great. Right, Old North Church. See that? That's where we're going. Just need to speak to Desdemona super fast. If the Acadia side missions that say, like, tell the Railroad or the Brotherhood that Acadia exists, I'm going to tell the Railroad, I think, because I don't want the Brotherhood going to Acadia and just nuking it from orbit, do I? That would be dumb. But the Railroad might be sympathetic, because the Railroad seems to be kind of very much ideologically aligned with Acadia and with Dima. What raids are open? Just Molten Core and Nixia, yeah. It's going to be a couple of months until Blackwing Lair, so just the two. I've already been once in a pug, and they've tuned it up slightly, and it felt meaty. Oh god, how did that one raider just take out a Brotherhood vertebrate? So no 58s in Molten Core. You'd probably get a 58 in us, so yeah. Yeah, I think they've been taking lower levels, but now they're at the point where they don't need to, really. I think they're prioritising 60s, which is perfectly understandable. Just Pickman's Gallery. Yeah, I liked it in there. Is it CCK or Capacity? I can't remember, that told me about something in Pickman's Gallery, and I said I can't go back and get it. Maybe it's been long enough. There's something in there that I missed. Maybe I'll put that on the list of things to do after the fact. I had to, as punishment for myself, not go and get it. Last way related question. What was the leveling guide you linked to get? I can't remember what to search in Discord to find the link. I can get you it, Mazak. Private message me in Discord now and I'll send you it later. I found it. Shut up, don't tell me, Roger. You're good. I couldn't, yeah. Yeah. At this point, it may be anticlimactic. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, it's one of those things where I know it was an accident, CCK. I fully understand, and I aren't calling you out in any way. Like, there's people that have been here a lot longer than you that have made worse accidents. Don't worry about that. But I think I kind of have to have a rule at some point, don't I? Where if somebody just tell me something, I can't take advantage of it, because people will be frustrated watching, wishing I knew something, then just say it, cope with with us being upset or being annoyed, and then benefit from me doing it. Does that make sense? I'm not aiming this at you, I'm just saying out loud that there has to be a sort of either a lag or a whatever. He's calling you out. Don't expose my secret hatred for CCK. It's the Doomhaus equivalent of that. Yeah, that's as harsh as it ever gets. Ooh, I'm excited about Fallout all of a sudden. Watch the stream fly by.
Pam needs you in her room.
Who? Oh, Pam. The only time I open my mouth is to switch feet, anyway.
Hey there. Hey, you're Charmer, right? I've been looking for you.
Right.
Name's Boxer. Boss called me in on account of some rumors making their way through the Commonwealth. Heard word that you've been up north. Maybe run into some synths that way. Did I hear correctly?
How'd you hear about that?
There's been talk for a while now about a safe place up north.
That Mickey Mouse.
No confirmation. Do they need our help? Can we establish some formal communications with them?
What sort of help could the railroad offer?
We're stretched thin on supplies, but we could try and send them whatever we can spare. Beyond that, well, it'd be enough to know we have some place we can send synths looking for a way out of the Commonwealth. So, what do you think?
Do the railroad run the risk of leading the Brotherhood to Acadia? Do they even need help? Ooh, I don't know. I could go and ask Dima, but that is a hell of a journey. Do Acadia need help? They now have full control of Far Harbor. They've got full control of the Children of Atom. They're self-sufficient. They're free of radiation and sickness and anything, because they're all synths. But would a connection between Acadia and the railroad be beneficial for the railroad? I would argue it would. You know what? Anybody willing to liberate synths should probably be working together, right?
They could absolutely use the railroad's help.
That's maybe the best news I've heard in a long time. Look, I'll head up north as soon as I can. If we can talk face to face with these synths, it's a good start. Thanks, Charmer. This could make a huge difference for us.
You're welcome. But I'm not telling the Brotherhood. Is that still an option? Feline swiftness is gutted, isn't it? The animation in the background of the slapper is top tier. I think WoW has better idle animation. Right, let's hand in this Randolph Safehouse quest I've had for fucking ages.
I heard Randolph got B-811 out of the Commonwealth, in large part thanks to you. You're proving to be a valuable addition to the railroad.
Thank you.
Another job done.
My gut says Mr. Timms is exactly who he says he is. But Pam isn't convinced yet. Until she signs off, no direct contact.
Pretty good. I've just got a muffled, shadowed metal left leg for my troubles. What's my current left leg? Why have I not got a left leg? Why have I not got a left leg? Oh Christ, have I not put that on and stored it somewhere? I mean, what? I'll take that for now, but I need to find my... Oh God, I'm missing a left leg. Alright, they sent me to Pam to get a further Radiant quest, but you know what I'm not doing? Going to Pam. Let's have a look at this now. Ooh. Oh. I might try and get the shipbreaker off stream, see if there's anything I can do about that. Lovely. Right, that's that. That's two more loose ends tied. Now, let's go back to Hangman's Alley and get as much ammo and supplies as possible, shall we? Food, water, ammo, supplies, meds, chems, Great Mentats, Psycho Jet. Let's have an almighty cook-off. And then let's go back to... Let's go. Let's just fucking go to the Institute, shall we? As a long-time WoW player, did you ever dabble in Warcraft 3? I did not. No, I don't really consider myself a fan of the Warcraft universe, if that makes sense. Even just as a video game, I fully acknowledge it's probably one of the best ever, right? But I've not really fanned out a great deal from vanilla, as you can probably tell. I just really like that as opposed to the surrounding world. Unlike Chaz, who's a big sweaty nerd and has deep dived for about... Chaz had never played vanilla before, and he started along with all of us when this server came out. He's now prepping for his first raid and spends 14 hours a day watching lore videos. Big sweaty nerd. But yeah, no, I've not played much Warcraft 3. Oh, I'm nervous. Should read the books, yeah. Actually, I did read a few of the books around Cataclysm. Pretty good, yeah. Is it Christy Golden, I think? I ordered one off Amazon and they fucked up and sent me a signed one. So I messaged her and she's like, no, that's fine, you keep it. Which is pretty good. It's too bad you don't stream your WoW gaming sessions. I think those would be very enjoyable to watch. Well, they are in the Discord, CCK. Every time we play WoW together. I mean, they make it into the best ofs. I don't know if you've seen the most recent best of. But they're always streamed in Discord, free for anybody to watch. Doomhaus Goes Dark, the Discord streams. It's all recorded now as well, so it's making it into the best stuff. We're going tonight. We're going to full strat run. It'll be me, it'll be Chaz, it'll be Sothan, it'll be Augur, it'll be Thandir, it'll be Mina. It'll be Abstractal. And whoever else. I don't want to take a vertibird to this. It's not actually as far of a walk as it looks. Plus any XP is good. I also dinged, by the way, when I was getting supplies last night. Not last night, this morning. When I was gathering supplies and doing some prep work for this stream, I dinged and I put the point into base endurance. So you've not really missed any sweaty decisions. Which has made my maximum health go up to 717. That's good. I'll take that. Keep trying to get me to join your Discord by any means necessary, Ice. No, absolutely not. I was going to say there's no benefits to joining that Discord. It's full of knobheads that won't stop speaking all day. But that is where it happens. But failing that, there's clips and stuff in the best of. The current best of, by the way, I appreciate it's a bit late. You can all cry me a fucking river. The current best of that's coming out at the end of, hopefully, in the next few days. It might be one of my favourites. It's so dumb. You join the Discord and you join the Civil War, there's literally no benefit. Unless you roll orange, and then there's just endless benefits. But, like Mazak, you could find yourself being a green and end up being in bed with Sothan. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the Commonwealth. This is where I died, by the way. Mind right, this is the scene of the crime. When I was walking back from saving the Constitution, this is where I got rammed by a crashing vertibird and never survived to see the success again. Say that like it's a bad thing. Do you want that voice whispering sweet nothings in your ear? Because I do. Absolutely. Next question. Tell you what I did need to focus on. Are these weapons in a good enough position? I didn't get the recon scope, did I? But if this is an interior location, I'm not going to need it, right? Sorry if that flickered the screen. This is my 50 caliber sniper rifle. That is not a legendary, but is powerful as dicks. This is my rapid combat rifle, my mid-range 308 weapon. This has got faster reload and faster rate of fire. That's the legendary effect. And then I've got the mighty 10mm pistol, which combined with my... I always forget the name of this. Fuck me, what's the name of it? Combined with the concentrated fire perk, has become one of the most powerful guns I own, even though it's a base 10mm with the mighty effect on it. That's not bad. Do I take a fat man into the Institute? Legendary effect makes it sound like Borderlands. I don't know how much you know about this game, Mazet, but every enemy, I think, has a chance to be a legendary version of the enemy. And it will guarantee drop an item with a special effect on it. Some of these special effects are daft. So my sniper rifle, for example, look, is just a base sniper rifle. But much like Borderlands, you get legendary effects like this, look. So killing any legendary and going up to loot is exciting because it's just completely random. There is a legendary effect in this game, right, called instigating, which means that the first shot, if an enemy's at full health, you do double damage to it, right? So that means it's essentially, for a sniper rifle, when you're engaging from range, you just do double damage permanently. And I've got a 4 times multiplier for sneak attack, so if I'm in stealth and I do that, it's double, then times 4. Plus if you crit, it gets... I committed to resetting my gear completely because my current weapons were a bit too powerful. Just before I did it, I managed to random roll an instigating sniper rifle. I was the happiest girl in the world, and then 2 days later I had to get rid of it. I aged 5 years in that single 10-second period. Awful. And now I'm sat dreaming. An instigating sniper rifle is essentially the Edgemaster's handguards of the Fallout universe. No, it wasn't awesome, CCK. It was painful. I mean, in fact, I'm going to go and see it right now. Plus Overseer's Guardian. 5 years. Oh, I've only got a couple of years left. I wish. But yeah, there's a number of weapons that are like guaranteed purchases and stuff that are so unbelievably powerful that it kind of invalidated the game. So I committed to a full 100% gear reset. Just as the thing dropped.
My hat's off to Boston's architects. I doubt they expected so many of their works to survive.
True. Look at my Phase 1 gear, everybody. Remember these times? And there it is.
Too many streets and buildings. Sometimes Strong get confused.
I even had a recon scope on it.
Strong getting hungry.
Oh no, I forgot my penetrating 10mm. No, that's Relentless. What was Relentless again? Oh, that was the crit machine, wasn't it? And then obviously, the boy. Okay.
Someday, super mutants kill everything.
This might be the final time I step foot in Hangman's Alley.
Not time to be careful. Best to just keep moving.
Careful, this is rough territory.
Press 1. Of 2. You know what I'm asking. Mazak says 1. I am going for the finale, right? The gear reset is long behind us. But do I want to sit here and rule lawyer my way to be different? Go get chopped already. I'm playing the game. Because this is not a great deal of ammo to be going into the finale. Actually, no, because people will just guess based on their chop predictions, won't they? Team 1 saying 2, that is interesting. I guess the CCK is an example of the opposite of what I was saying, right? Hey. I'm unconventional at times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the votes are split. That means it falls to me. How about I take half of it then? Is that a good compromise? So if I take 51 of this? Yeah, I'll take half of it. Let's do that. 100... What's... So it'd be 115... I mean, 115 is close. Let's go 119 just to be smart. You're cheating. What the hell is this? Well, nobody voted, so I had to sort of split the difference between the votes. Take half a bullet. Don't skin back. Right, this is the big stuff, though. Bottle cap mines. I might need these inside. I'm so fucking nervous. Do I take a melee weapon? Probably won't need a melee weapon, unless there's like a gauntlet or something. Cryo mines could be useful. Frag grenades. How many do I currently have? It's hard to tell. Let's take 10. Half of... Oh, it was only the ammo I was taking half of. Frag mines. No. Gamma gun. Blaster. Kellogg's pistol. Molotovs? 2. 3 more. Get me up to 6. I'm so fucking scared. Why am I scared? Nuka grenades, nuka mines, plasma grenades. I'll take all those 3. God, I got a lot of legendaries throughout this playthrough. No, another weapon, so it's just the mines. Okay, mods, I don't need any of. Food? Have I got any great mentats in here? 3. Okay, that means we don't have to cook any. 8 gazelle steaks. Yeah, go on then. Must have brought them back from Nuka World. Oh, kitten's perfectly preserved pie. Do I have any psycho jet? I don't. So let's take all the psycho and all the jet. I might be about to need this. Good. Chem station. Excuse me, Mr. Valentine. I was having a brew, bless him.
Why we're going to plan an ambush.
Right, drugs. I want to combine psycho, which gives me incredible strength and resilience, with jet, which slows down time, to make psycho jet. And I am making a lot. That's depressing. Did anybody notice the lack of something when I did that right there?
Beautiful city.
When I went through that there was a sincere lack of something that has made me very sad. Let's put the remainder of the jet away. Do I take some power armor with me? I might as well, hadn't I? I might as well go in power armor. What was I putting away? Let me put away... Put the jet away. Should be good.
It's done it again.
Tag Slack, thank you for 68 months of subs. That is wild. Thank you, Tag Slack. It's almost a full minute. Right. This might be the final sleep before the end of the game, as far as I can tell. A good 12 hours. Please don't get a disease. Please just let me wake up with well rested. Let's just have the guy in pyjamas stretching. That's what I need.
Strong glad to be rid of him.
You'd build high walls too if
You'd only be the third person ever to go for the ban, Mazak, if you did. Tags like I appreciate the prime as always, though. Thank you very much for 68 months. And good afternoon. At least you can guarantee no ads now, right? Speaking of subs, let me just have a quick stretch. What is going on?
Careful, this is rough territory.
Evidently. Right. Dog meat, you have been an absolute babe over the course of the last 2 games. If I never see you again, please look after this place. I leave it all in your hands. Nick, it's been an absolute joy travelling the wasteland with you. Strong, can you shut up for 5 seconds? Thank you. All of the rest of you people I don't know. What happens when you ban a sub? I don't know. I suppose they don't get ad-free. They get ad-free viewing, just can't chat, right? Right, let's take 3 fusion cores. That's put my weight on 208 out of 280, and I think we take the big red. It's time. Okay.
Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
Robot. Walk and talk boring. Humans should fight more.
Sheffield, thank you. If this is the last time we see the plunger collection, it's as joyous as it ever was. Beautiful. And everybody remember, goodbye Hangman's Alley. Goodbye awkward area that I didn't build correctly and gets a lot of stuff stuck behind it. Goodbye power armors and all of that. Thank you all. Hopefully I'll return. Goodbye farm that I promised Mina I would fix up and then never did. Watch it not be this melodramatic and I'll be back in 5 seconds. Goodbye, potentially Diamond City. Goodbye, Boston. I think. Right, let's go over what we've learned. Sean was kidnapped. We discovered later that the people that kidnapped him were from a shady place called the Institute, which we've heard of long before, which were creating Generation 3 synths and are found guilty of replacing people in positions of power with said synths. Why they needed Sean, we don't know. When, compared to today, they kidnapped Sean, we also don't know. Could have been 6 months, could have been 10 minutes, could have been 100 years. Sean could either be a baby, an old man, or long dead, or anywhere in between. The Institute took him. Lulu, welcome to the stream. Can somebody just quickly scan that for me, if that's alright? Lulu, how's it going? I'm very nervous about what I read, just in case I learn something I didn't mean to. So what we're going to do now... is head in. Thank you, Scotty. Lulu, I appreciate it, whatever that was. I'm very nervous about what I'm reading at the moment, because this is my first ever time going in, and I don't know if this is... I don't know what this means, so I'm going to be very careful what I read. Thanks, Scotty. Maybe Sean is Swan. He's been laid in Boston Common this whole time. Goodbye, Swan. Should I kill Swan now? Or do I want to potentially leave Swan? Got it, I appreciate it, Lulu. Why kill him? Be friends. Well, is there no better thing in terms of being friends with somebody than just leaving them to live their life? I think I am potentially, I don't know whether to go back to Swan now. If I leave it, it's going to be this open-ended thing, and I kind of appreciate the anecdote. Right. For what could potentially be the final time.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Stand by for takeoff.
Yeah, for those that are aware, I'm playing this completely blind for the very first time. And I don't know what's about to happen. All I know is that I'm about to head into the Institute for the first time, and it sounds extremely final. I appreciate it, Scotty, as well. Let's go see him, that's what a friend would do. I'm friends with a lot of people in this place, but if I turned up at any of your doors unannounced... I had to go back to play this for the very first time, I know, right? That's the position I'm in right now, so I've got a team of people scanning every message to make sure that what I do and don't read. Because people like to flap their gums about this game, it seems. Did you just call a vertibird and right where you crashed, well, one crashed on you at that time? No, thankfully. A bit further down the river, though. If any of you are knocking without letting me know, you can keep knocking. Exactly, Thandy, right? Oh, I'm nervous. I'm really fucking nervous. Wait, I can't use the turret in a vertibird. Okay. My current theory is that Sean, thanks to what Kellogg said, is both alive and in charge of the Institute. What age he is, I don't know, but that's my current theory. The only thing that questions my theory, please, if you know anything about this, please don't join the discussion. The only thing that questions my theory is that Kellogg hadn't aged at all between collecting Sean and when I met him in the Commonwealth. Now, it could be that Kellogg is a synth and just doesn't age. That's also very Yeah, let's just choose right now for our upstairs neighbours to start hoovering. I really don't know.
Have you on the ground shortly.
Yeah, river walk can be like that. Look very similar all the way down, yeah. Especially the Charles. Right. We're going in.
You know what? Since we talked,
Can confirm I know nothing about this game, but you should kill the guy you asked about. Always kill them. What, Sean?
prepared for the future.
One final sleep. I don't need it to be a long one. That's made me slightly peckish. We can deal with that. Have a gazelle steak, which gives me 25 carry weight. Giant right over there, dead in vault 88. No, 80, 101, 111, Karen. This is for you. Our family home. Codsworth. And the future we laid out for ourselves. I'm going to get Sean back. Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. I'm ready when you are. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest.
Vault 111.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal.
Quickly.
Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Inside the Institute. I'm inside the Institute. So this isn't the end. Sturgis gave me a holotape that will scan the Institute's computer network for useful data. All I need to do is run it on any Institute terminal and return to It's not the end. Look how clean this place is. Is that a turret I can hear? There's the terminal. I'm inside the Institute. I'm thirsty. Fusion cells, of course. Jamwage, welcome to the stream. Tutorial complete. I've got alerts muted just for a moment, everybody.
Hello.
Hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Sean.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Institutionalized. It's Sean. Institutional. Tutorial complete. Oh, they got their own med. Oh. Okay, I'm doing this for Sturgis first. Institute Central Network. View access log. Can I load Sturgis's holotape in? What was Sturgis's holotape called? Shit, what was it called? Fuck, what did he get? What was it? What was the thing he could... That's got to be Sean, especially with the name of institutionalized. Network scanner holotape. Network scanner, got it. Could make a guess based on the quest text, what you scrolled past. Okay, we've got Sturgis's information. That's getting me exit if I want to just... He wants to talk. It has to be shot. It has to be Sean, right? I wonder if the Institute were another faction. Am I willing to take that risk? Please don't confirm or deny, please.
It's stuck.
Do I enter this peacefully? I can't exit my power arm. Why? I'm so nervous. Listen to the music. I can't exit my power armor anywhere inside the Institute. Why? I want to get out of the power armor. Maybe because I'll never be coming into this room again. Am I walking into a Oh god.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Bioshock moment.
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
It's the president. It actually does remind me of President Eden from the Enclave and that section. Trusting him. I'm going to trust him. I'm going to trust. They have shown absolutely zero signs that they're going to be hostile. Okay, Sean isn't an old man. Sean is still the same toddler that we watched in Kellogg's Memories. I'm not going to read chat. If you know anything about this, please, 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 don't say anything. I found him. Sean.
Useless. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father...
Oh, that's hard to watch. Suski's been such a comedy character up to this point, right, Sothan? So who is Fat? Unless Synth Sean. Still an option.
Help me!
If that's Father, he looks like Giant Drake.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing.
Sean.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
It looks like Sean.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10?
60,
60
70
years.
60.
That is the reality. And here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
He's the leader as well. Do you know what? Good work, team. Closer than you think. Yeah, that's been the theory. That's been our theory since Fort Hagen, Sothan, yeah. Alright, we didn't do too bad there. As a mother, that part hurt the first time I played through. I bet, yeah. Yeah, I bet.
Are you following?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227. The Institute had made great strides in synth production, but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was
a pure body, a pure child, a pure specimen, completely untainted by the radiation of the wastes. Essentially, a pure human that had been in a fridge for 200 years and locked away from all of... Maybe? I thought you assumed you'd seen some spoilers at some point when you speculate. The thing that I say, Tag Slack, right? I was joking on my way out of the vault. I don't know if it was me or it might have been... It could have been Southern, it could have been anybody. We said how much time has passed. The second I got out of the vault, if you go back and watch the very first stream, I got out of the vault, I got out of the cryopod thing, and I ran straight to the nearest terminal to check the date. Like, I can't remember who it was, it could have been me, it could have been anybody, but that was the first thought, was what date is it? So ever since, I've been trying to find clues of what today's date is. And then I found it in the Pip-Boy, then realised I couldn't remember what date it's... Yeah, I suppose it was someone here's first thought. And reading a lot more logs, but it was... I think we've been putting stuff together, especially I think Kellogg said some stuff during Fort Hagen. Anyway, he said what the Institute wanted was...
the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
They needed specimens, yeah. It's a very Gamma World kind of theory.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted.
Human DNA is the starting point. Definitely, like almost everybody says it's fine, but a few people complain that the dialogue in game is very quiet. And I test record it every day, and I don't understand how some people have it so imbalanced. I can't work out why that's a possibility, but it is for some, and I fully acknowledge it is for some. So I'll do it for this because this seems important. Here you go.
In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I've been the mother of every synth. No, the grandmother of every synth. Hitler also wanted purity.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
Oh, this is weird. I can use charm on males, but this is my son.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan.
This is a cyborg.
He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
They sent Kellogg after me because they wanted me to destroy Kellogg. Kellogg is a trained cyborg that's been working for the Institute as a cruel and ruthless get shit done type. Why send a lawyer? Why'd you have to kill so many people to find him? I haven't actually killed many people at all to find him, so then no. Not in this instance. Easy Green, welcome to the stream. He is. There's a slight difference between purity from a racist point of view. Yeah. Health purity, right? Why send me? Somebody that could tank a critical nuke to the head. That seems unnecessary.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Talk about your father dying as collateral, don't I know, right? I guess he's not exactly grown up with a typical upbringing, though, has he? Like, his perception is going to be all over the place. Not his perception, his perspective. But that might be the company line he's been fed for the last 60 years. That your father dying was collateral damage.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
I'm going to blast past the midstream break. I'm so too interested in this. We'll have it later.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls. Actually. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Nobody click the link. I have been wandering around the Commonwealth. See, this is a similar thing to the Eden issue.
Are you following?
Who... That's the thing, right? Who has the right to dictate what humanity does going forward, right? You could easily turn to me and say, nobody does.
This really is a
right?
matter of importance.
Can't make that decision for everybody else. But If not me, then who? History is littered with people that have made decisions that have got us to where we are now. Generic answer of maybe, I know, right? Let's get more information. This is like the context book.
You want me to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground.
True.
You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
Oh, I can't make this choice now, right? Because this could potentially lock me in the Institute for the rest of the game, although I doubt it would. Don't confirm or deny, please.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
No, where's that Dr. Lee from River City? There is a chance that... Oh, that's it. Meet the division lead. Have I just... I'm so fucking... I'll see you in a few minutes. Just Southand's in charge. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Did I turn alerts off for the midstream? Oops. It's fine. Right. Damn this stream. Might as well roll the dice on your son. It's a good shot. Honestly, as a parent myself, I didn't have a chance. If I didn't have a chance to raise my own kids and they founded a society like this, I think I'd stay. I don't know how they turned out and what sort of person they became and how they instilled whatever morals they ended up with in their followers. But we don't know him, do we, essentially? He was a baby, so he's got only our genetics and not any of our morals, as you say. Holy fuck, this place, honestly. Right, what's in this can? There's some mobs that are boxes rather than their models. In what? Mazak? In WoW? Mind right says tropical. Too cynical, not even going to theorise. I've never seen that before. Scotty says council estate tropical. Gonna have a gazelle steak and a purified water. There's just something up with your client, Mazak. Wait. Dougie says lemonade. Mazak says fizzy orange. Tagzak says fizzy orange. 6-4, welcome to the stream, says Pepsi Max cherry.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records on my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him?
What is this?
Like you would a real boy?
That is such a warped question to ask a mother. Look at, you can tell. Look.
Seriously, you really believe a human could love a synth?
That's a difficult question. I suppose it depends on how closely we've managed to mimic human behavior and emotions. Yours is a unique position. You may be the only one that's truly able to answer these questions right now. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
A-Screen says ginger beer. The answer is... I'll give you that. Mind right. And Scotty. Good effort. This is cool. This is fucked up. Chaz, you've missed something juicy. No added sugar, right? Abstractal, welcome to the stream. We're going Strat, live, then Undead, then in Dreams this evening, if you fancy joining at the normal time. Chaz, welcome back. Did it go well? Abstractal, good morning. Okay. My mind is absolutely racing. I'm going to introduce myself to everybody in the Institute, but first, can I not... Sean, please.
Sean?
I couldn't be more proud of what we've achieved.
Alright, he wants me to give the Institute a chance and introduce myself to everybody in here. So that quest is off for now. Meet the division leaders. If there's a place I can save in here, I'd like to, because I've not slept and I'm kind of nervous. I have found my son, who is now 60 years old and the leader of the Institute. I've accepted his invitation to join the Institute and need to introduce myself to the department heads. Look at this place. We are actually, in fact, underneath the CIT building.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
It's just listed as synth. Give him a name. That is the outfits, right? We saw some people in Cambridge once dressed like this. Look at the state of this place.
Done. Just just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
They're Gen 2s, aren't they? Not the Penguins.
The
Hello.
Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Team 1, mostly. Pretty sure we could anthropomorphize and love pet rocks. Sins should not be, present any difficulty. True, in fairness. It's just a weird thing for Sean to ask the second that happened, the second we discovered the whole truth, right?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
She's so done.
On board with what? The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious.
What?
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
But Southland's smart enough to go to CIT. If anyone needs to start the In Dreams question, I'm about to start it now, and we could tag team it. If anybody needs to start In Dreams, go message Abstract.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Where?
Dr. Fillmore.
Hey, what do you need?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
He's not a synth, he's a real boy. Expands, I didn't see that first time, so stop.
What's on your mind?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement.
Scratch and scrape for every possible amount of voltage they can get, yet they have a completely unnecessary decorative waterfall in the lobby.
Our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
waterfall is no voltage, it's gravity. I suppose it could also be creating voltage, couldn't it? What is the... Do you know what it feels like? What game it feels? It feels like Mirror's Edge for some reason. Is there a place to sleep? What's the clock? Is that recreational? Robotics? We've just... This place is massive. Bioscience.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet everybody. The medical bay might have beds, potentially.
No
Can I sleep here?
reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I
We are
honestly
honored
don't
to
know.
welcome you
I
here.
suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Why is the green guy operating on the orange guy?
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
The oranges are bots, who would have guessed? Fuck off.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
So that's just a basic doctor, and I can actually sleep in here, can I? Oh, thank God. Alright, let's get 7 hours sleep. 8 hours, maybe. It's 11 PM. Let's wake up at 7 AM and get to know everybody in this place. This place must have a toilet. Everyone's a doctor here. Alright, Mr. Showoff. I suppose it is the MIT equivalent, right? Right. Progress is banked. Oh, damn, this is cool. This is really cool. What's all this stuff? Sensors, applicators, spanners. Where do you want to go first? Synth retention. This is the Bureau. This is where Zimmerman from Fallout 3, this is who he was working for. He tracked... Oh, I forgot the name of the synth in Fallout. What's the name of the guard in Fallout 3 that's a synth? Dr. Zimmerman was from the Synth Retention Bureau from the Institute in Fallout 3, and he tracked Harkness. Harkness. All the way to the Commonwealth, and we managed to stop him right at the last second. Hawkins, yeah.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized...
And that's what the courses are. The courses are synth retention. Hey!
Personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
No. Stop. Come back.
Dr. Oberly.
Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people. Good to see you. Feeling well today?
I'm so overwhelmed. I want to go meet everybody. Let's go meet the synth retention people. These are the... what if I could dob in? What if I could completely give up the railroad to the Institute? That's too much power. Are they implying you're a... There's been a lot of things implying whether or not I'm a synth, Chaz. Deemer asked me, and it scared me to death. I still don't know if I am or aren't. Obviously, nobody confirmed that.
To knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting
Dr.
package
Watson can be
upgrades I
a
asked
little
for. Maybe I
obsessive
should
when it
take
comes
some
to
courses
rules
with
and
me.
policies.
Yes.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
That was my question. What was your question, Mazak, sorry? What about whether or not I'm a synth? Yeah, the character in game
machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Yes. Yeah, you did ask it before as well, but there's a character in game called Dima that asks me from an in-game perspective, and it scared me to death.
Carry on, ma'am.
I don't want to piss off a Corsair, do I? These people, then, are here to track runaway synths. These are the people. These are the anti-railroad, essentially. And this is their leader, I guess?
Coursers on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I mean, essentially, I got lucky, right? I just got lucky that I had Mama Murphy's code. Quick jump off the building to see if you can loot a synth part off your own body. That's it.
I guess I just got lucky.
That's hardly helpful. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in
Zimmerman.
for? Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Oh, that's cool. Coursers are the business until you tell them the area code of your cell number.
Justin?
Yes, what is it?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Why do they keep walking away from me when I've got more questions?
Dr. Ayo.
Yes? What do you need?
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Well, memory wipes are very common, yeah. Wonder what happens if a Courser escapes.
Glad you made it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ayo. A Courser escaping, yeah. I guess the Institute would just send somebody out and whisper the reset code to them, right? I suppose that would be over pretty quickly. But if not, they would terrorize the entire landscape. This isn't making me think of them as good guys, no.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced myself, but good in this world is not exactly cut and dry, is it? And there is an argument that humanity would be better with these people in charge. Can I just get... There you go, Mazak. It's not exactly a toilet, but I've drunk from some... It's just storage and maintenance areas and stuff. I'm exploring. Fuck it. I'm sorry if this is boring, but... I'm excited. Maintenance terminal? Can I not click that? Access log. Thompson E. Operation. Replaced primary assembly tube. Cleaning supply. Oh, this is just it's just maintenance logs. Here I am thinking I'm sneaking into some fucking super sensitive information. It's just like, yeah, I replaced the pipes on the toilet in floor 6. Oh my god, what's this? This isn't it. Okay. Unknown elevator in the storage room. Let's not start just going in unknown elevators. I don't want to get shit out on the other side and it's like, quest complete. Robotics wing?
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately. Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Creepy.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Doctor?
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
No.
Enrico.
Power demand jumped another 5% this year. I fixed one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not bored.
Fair. Okay, I'm getting overwhelmed, but I'm interested in all of this. Allow me to explore. Oh shit, look at this.
The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what you think.
If you're about to launch into one of your suspicions about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can breathe, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benade, you know where to find the teleport.
This Max guy is the voice of Lee from The Walking Dead.
Just a moment, I never said that.
The game, not the...
Open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Doc?
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them so?
I'm overwhelmed.
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
Hang on, I want to watch this
I don't
process.
know if you've noticed, but I've increased synth responsiveness by 0.04%.
That's kind of cool animations. Tell me that's not kind of cool. Oh shit. My god, the amount of money I would save if I didn't have to eat with my garbage disposal of a gut. This is super cool. God, they're churning them out as well. Okay, Mr. Loke.
Dr. Logan?
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity. If you ask me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
So when it's in that position, is it left to... This sounds dumb, but is it left to cool? They're filling it with blood, look. That is making us gifts. Is this when it gets dunked?
Did I turn off the interferometer?
I'm fascinated. We're just watching them build a bunch of bald middle-aged guys in Y-fronts. This is phenomenal.
Welcome. Please proceed directly to process.
Mankind redefined. Catchy, isn't it?
I wonder if I can speak to one on the way out, maybe.
Excuse me.
The automated process for synth creation should not be interrupted.
Standard WoW play.
Today is full of possibilities.
Doc?
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
What's it to you?
Oh, forgive me. I realize... Well, I understand that's somewhat personal. It would just mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
I'm going to try and speak to this synth. It comes out with underpants. That's totally unrealistic. Trash game. You want my money back?
Welcome to the Institute. Please step right
Hi.
this way.
Hello.
Hello.
New here.
Yeah, you could say that.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on?
Sorry, I'm looking at everything. Department notices. Impending arrival.
What did the blonde say when asked if her turn signal worked? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Santa, welcome to the stream. How's school going? Synth is caked up. I need to be dipped in a pool of tomato juice as well. Our monitoring of events on the surface has confirmed that the time is almost at hand. Very soon, our guest will be here. I admit that I feel both hope and trepidation when I think of how our first meeting will go. Please make whatever preparations that you deem necessary. Consider all sensitive information to be classified for the time being. We cannot know for certain what our visitors' motivations will be, especially after coming in contact with the railroad. So they know. We will exercise caution, but we must also extend a warm welcome. In time, once a measure of trust has been earned, we can be more forthcoming. I need not remind you all how important this is to me personally, but I want you also to think of the opportunity for the entire Institute. We stand to gain a great deal if we make the most of that opportunity. What do they stand to gain from me? I recently met with Dr. That's got to be Dr. Lee that gave birth to Merle. That presided over the birth of Merle. I recently met with Dr. Lee to review the latest power distribution metrics, and there's both good and bad news to share. I'll begin with the good. It's clear that we have all taken to heart Dr. Lee's request for a greater emphasis on power conservation. The metrics demonstrate that we've improved our efficiency across the board. I'm particularly proud to note that the robotics division has shown the most improvement in this regard, surpassing even advanced systems. Well done. Unfortunately, the efforts we have made to date are simply not enough. We must continue to find ways to conserve without adversely impacting our research and production. I know what I'm asking is difficult, but I am also completely confident we will rise to the challenge. I have some ideas that will be discussed in the next directors' meeting, but until then, I ask you please keep the need for conservation foremost in your thoughts. Concerns re the child synth prototype. I'm concerned at the pace of our progress in correcting the problems with the child synth prototype. I cannot impress upon this division enough the need to resolve these issues quickly and completely. Time and again we've corrected flaws only to see them return. I find myself questioning whether we're thoroughly testing these fixes before moving on to the next item. You know I have great faith in all of you, but time is quickly running out. I must ask that you take whatever measures are necessary to meet the project targets within the time frame. Please make this your foremost priority. Missing synth investigation. It has been brought to my attention that some of you are displeased with the methods and practices employed at the SRB division in its ongoing investigation into the missing third-generation synths. I'd like to take a moment to address this matter. Firstly, know that I am aware of your concerns and that I intend to have a conversation with Director Ayo in order to ensure that he is also aware. Any disruption to your work must be taken seriously, especially at this critical time. However, I must also ask for a measure of patience and cooperation from all of you. It is simply impossible to gather the information necessary to carry out this investigation without an element of distraction and inconvenience. Remember, your cooperation is vital to bringing this investigation to a swift and successful conclusion. I'm sure it's something we all want. SRB and its ongoing investigation into the missing third-generation synths. So there's a bunch that are missing. I wonder if that's just the railroad stuff. Synth versus Android. As production of our Gen 3 synths continues apace, I would like to take this opportunity to formalise our categorisation. The term Android has been used interchangeably with synths for as long as the Institute has existed, and though some of our older residents may actually prefer Android, Dr. Zimmer being a prime example, the term synth has always been more widely used. Today, our third-generation creations are truly synthetic beings, so the designation synth seems more appropriate than ever. From here on in, I strongly prefer all official Institute records and correspondence use the term synth or synths. Let us remember our past and appreciate the legacy of the android, but let us live for the future and recognise the power of the synth. Well, I like this writing. I liked Sean. I brought him up well. Access logs. Remove flight risk. Data synthesis of the suit design schematic. 6th gen. Oh, the suit schematic. First test. Oh, yes.
Would you?
Sorry, sir. Oh, this stuff's cool. Imagine if I died walking in front of all of this machinery. That would be wild. There's your thumbnail. Somebody say the word dollar in chat for me. Nice and big in capitals. Thank you, Zothan. I know where to find my thumbnail now. You fools, you've fallen right into my trap. Children.
Hello.
Ganshi, welcome to the stream. Quentin Fillmore.
Well, hello. Hi, miss.
Alright? You like short, not scary. Oh, what have they got you doing this for? Actually, I suppose.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
bang this for me. Bang. Scotty's bang this is pointed. Can he take Martin's pink name? Pinpointed, you mean? No, lightness is 1. Could be vegetables. Lightness 1. Capacity says tapestries. Could it be tapestries? Could be tapestries. If it's the E. Still lightness 1. Okay, this might be difficult. Any more ESs? Sculptures introduced themselves. So many. Couldn't be successful, could it? No. Could be explosions. It would be the O from the front, the S from vegetables, and the S from tapestries. Oh god, lightness is 3. We've got to be able to get it from this. One, two. S-O-I. It's suspicions.
Yes.
Oh, shit, sorry. I was so excited to punch my pop filter. Okay, there's something behind this door. Let me open it. There's loads of spanners and tweezers. Do I even want spanners and tweezers? Oh, hello. Just stealing drugs from my own son, don't worry about it. In 16308, in the cafeteria tray for the aluminium. Wait, that Sin's left. That Gen 2's left. Is it going to go grass on me? Sean, your mother is stealing supplies from the cupboard. Alright, bioscience is not the last one, but it's one of the last ones I need to go and speak to. Master Sean, your mother's behaving suspiciously.
Examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
Warwick?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Warwick family. Hello, Clayton Holdren.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Nice one. The meaner of the Institute.
Doctor?
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks.
Oh yeah.
Creatures can become suddenly aggressive.
How do they have any fucking clue what? This is like Jurassic Park, isn't it? These people recreating gorillas. I mean, there are some in Nuka World, but these people recreating gorillas is essentially Jurassic Park, but just with 200 years instead of 65 million. They have no fucking clue.
And they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
They're just called Dead Synth 2s destroyed instead of killed. Gen 2 synths, I should say. What if Bullock in Nuka World was raised by gorillas is a synth? Ceto is a synth? Maybe. And they were not ghoul... What was Ceto's mate called, the gorilla? It had a daft name. It's Chris. Chris.
Dr. Holdren?
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Oh god, we've got about fucking 10 months of this playthrough left, haven't we? I've just realised. I've just been introduced to a new faction instead of... Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're going to be busy for a while.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Maybe true, pal, but it's terrifying me. This made me hungry and thirsty. Settles, welcome to the stream. It's happened. And I'm overwhelmed, to put it lightly. FEV. FEV. Of course they'd have a fucking FEV lab. Bang, 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 bang. FEV is the chemical that they made, the Vault-Tec made, to create the super mutants. Bang, 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 bang. Gorilla cheeks. Blackstaff says so then. No, unfortunate so then. Okay, could it be sculptures? Yes. No. Sculptures got 3 at the end. ES. Can't be dissipates. Can't be ransacking. Can't be references. Can't be binoculars. Can't be preserved. Tapestries.
Got it.
The FEV lab is a potential biohazard area and has been sealed. Access to this section of the facility is prohibited. Requests for more information can be sent in triplicate to our records department. Southern hates people at his local Tesco. Did I open it? Am I going to get in trouble for this? What if I get kicked out of the Institute? I shouldn't be in here. This is a biohazard area. If I... One wrong move and I turn into a super mutant. The super mutants of the Commonwealth would give to be here now. For the record, super mutants are not just mutated humans. The radiation didn't do that to them. They were created ahead of time. This place has been smashed up. One of them's just strong?
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
The glowing sea.
Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This might be where we find the serum that Virgil needs then. Oh, she's so interested. There's another one here. FEV research notes.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board. Exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
So interesting. Holy shit. I assume everybody else listens to all this bullshit, right? If I'm a massive loser for paying so much attention to this and not just going out and making more explosions, but fuck, this is good. Okay, let me read this terminal before we go into there. Director overrides AZ-77. Subject status. Male mid-30s, poor overall health. Post-submission results consistent with standard. Discarded. Female, late 30s, moderate overall. Post-submersion results initially consistent with standard results. Rapid decline in physical condition. Rapid excessive physical growth. Aggression fire above. I wonder if all super mutants are... There is no... The super mutants are both sorry. I wonder if there is no distinction visible, at least, between male and female super mutants, by the look of it. Rapid excessive physical growth. Poor overall health. Subject unintentionally terminated during incident V. Data or 5. Data should be culled from future reports. Unintentionally terminated. Go, Southend, go. There's always the VOD. Progress reports. 2277. 7th of July. 10th of July. Latest round of tests complete. Syverson C. Results are in with expected parameters. Informed Dr. Zimmer directly as he ordered the test personally. He seemed annoyed with the results, unsure what he was looking for. He declined to specify why he wanted the test run to begin with. I've officially assumed the lead role on the project after Syverson's passing. The latest round of subjects show results similar to previous test runs over the last 5 years. No statistical deviation noted. Synthetic organics continue to perform well. The necessity of further tests is unexplained. Always the same. Have entered formal complaint with Directorate. These tests are not bringing any valuable information. The organics project was spun off decades ago. Why do we insist to continue this? All inquiries about this project should now go directly to the Director. So I assume they just abandoned the project, but, like, I want to find Virgil's serum, because I promised him I would, and Virgil gave us a lot of help to get to this point. Drinking glass applicator. I assume applicator's got aluminium in it or something that I need. The thing Virgil wants has got to be in here somewhere, surely. Do I want to go start shooting up Institute turrets? This place hasn't been visited for a long time, has it? This has to be where Virgil's thing is. Right? But this feels vault. I suppose they gave up on this project a very long time ago. I'm going to go and save. Because if I have to die in this place, I don't want to die and lose everything since the midstream break, right? That'd be an hour of progress to saving, which takes 10 seconds. This might be where we can finally... At least, whatever happens in here, we could help Virgil. Which I suppose is a positive thing. But what if I have to kill a gorilla? Is everybody alright with that? I will explore this in the... I'm so excited. I want to explore everything for this game. I'm just going to go save really quickly in the medical wing. Everybody's alright with me killing a gorilla. I didn't kill any of Sito's gorillas. And these are... No, they aren't real, are they? I was going to say ghoul-rillas aren't real, but these aren't. These are definitely not real. This is mental. I barely even recognise the game at this point. I suppose it doesn't matter about waking up in the middle of the night now. It's not like it's going to be dark in here, is it? Right, let's see if I can get the serum that can cure Virgil of his super mutation. I wonder how he became a super mutant then. I wonder if it's just like basic exposure or something. I don't think he ever said how he ended up a super mutant. He definitely worked in this area. If you're wondering, by the way, Virgil is the super mutant that lives in the cave with the little tiny glasses on in the glowing sea. He escaped the Institute because of, I think, did he say ethical disputes with the Institute? I can't remember what he said. But he doesn't seem, if these are his logs, it doesn't seem like he's fully on board with the actions of the Institute, so I can only assume this was his lab. And if this is his lab, this is where the serum will be. And if this is where the serum is, I can grab it quickly and hopefully not upset the Institute. I don't want to go in blasting. Body by Mayo, welcome to the stream. Virgil serum. Semen. There you go. Alright. Careful and steady. Do not want to be dying right now. What turrets is the you? And you. Okay, we have had a idiot savant proc. You can die, that's fine. But just because you made the wrong choice, nice. Capacity. Ah, they trusted a super mutant in here with its, and they gave it a pet which it killed. And its toys and it. Oof. One of them broke out, didn't it? Hello. NNS. 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 Fuck. I've become worse at lockpicks since getting unlimited tries. Why did they give them all cats? Who all inevitably died. And they gave them a Fire Institute rifle as if that was going to do it. Why is this? That's a fucking assaultron. Capacity, I might actually die. Get the combat inhibitor now. Die. Thank God it was facing the other way. Put me in caution though. Sorry, tease it, tease it, tease it. Virgil's serum's not actually a quest, is it? It's just something he suggested I do. Is there a turret in here? Sounds extremely close. No?
Sweet.
Anything of value? Why is there bottle caps in here, I ask? Oh, they're courses. Course uniforms. Courses go out onto the surface and come back to... Yep. Okay, that just makes sense. You see where I was going with that line of thinking, though? They do deal with the surface, don't they, the Institute? There is a turret around here, but where? Something is alive through there. Oh, that's why, look, they've been drinking beer. That also makes sense. I forgot bottle caps existed before. 308 rounds, man. There's going to be something dangerous in here. If it's a turret, I'm alright with it. If it's not and I die...
That's it.
Okay, lovely. I'll just shoot something to Susie. That did not do a lot of damage. Fucking hell, congratulations on finding the bogeyman of the wasteland. Wow. Fuck me. Kieran, welcome back. What's this? This was probably just to open the door, right? Bang! Bang, everybody, bang! Alkira, this is cool. Somebody take Martin's pink name. Oh, you've left me hanging. Nerds. Okay, I'll do it myself. I'm not used to picking the first one on these. Let's go for Liz. Oh, Scotty's gone for minor. It was a second too late. It doesn't look like it's minor either, though, Scotty. Could be least. Thanks, double clicking mouse. Gaunt. Lightness 1. Okay. Scotty went for minor and it can't be minor. Glory, it can't be. Locks, it could be. No, it can't be. Kieran says once. Can't be once either, Alkira. Virus shares the S. No. Built. Flare would be 2. Hang on, I've confused myself now. Can it be minor? No. Can it be glory? Glory, yes. Least it shares nothing with... It's glory.
There we go.
Right, turrets, turn them off. Deactivate. Remote door control, open every... Oh, it's already open. Okay, that was probably useless. Right, this has to be what this is. Two dead Siths. Part of me thinks there's a super mutant at the end of this. I've become significantly worse at lockpicking since I got that skill point. There's a rad sprayer. That's something I need. Stim packs, blood packs. This isn't it either. What is this area? Oh, just to sort me out through the rad sprayer. Does it work? No? You haven't become worse, you just don't bother to get it as much as there's no risk of... That's what I'm saying though, yeah. I don't think about it enough anymore and I just start spamming instead of using my brain. But I suppose... What happened at once there? I suppose I don't need to use my... Lost and exploring so deep now. For those that are just arriving for marbles, by the way, I have found my way into the Institute.
Nice.
And in trying to do a favour for a friend, I've got completely lost. Where am I? I could have sworn I was coming in here for Virgil. And then that takes me back the other way from the... Oh. So this path round here, where does this go? So many plates, cauterizers. I'm exploring. Back into a farm area, mate? But I am in bio, aren't I? The offices? I'm not above stealing from somebody. I play one game of Dota and now you're running around with your gun out. I snuck into a secret area. Oh! Wait, they're being monitored as well? I'm so befuddled. Do you know what, right? When I first walked in here, I looked across there and I thought that was another cage that was full of the cats from before. But it turns out it's just the gorillas on the other side of the... I went into like a back area, Mazak, and all the security was on, so I had to deal with it quickly. I've not killed anybody though, we're fine. Okay, the Bioscience Terminal. Synth Zoological Initiative Phase 2 Development Journal. Initial thoughts. What to create? We've engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. The next logical step is a creature of the sea. The greatest challenge remains data collection. Accurate measurements, behavioural data, life cycle, habitat, etc. Might Nahant have something useful? Note to self, request we allocate scavenger teams to that area. So which aquatic creature makes a good candidate? To start with, size. Nothing too large and nothing too small. Most promising candidates are genus Delphinus and genus Carcharinus. On-site habitat will be a logistical challenge, though. Expansion of bioscience likely necessary, including a large water tank. Many logistical challenges to implement. Facilities division is likely to oppose it. We have to pitch it as a first step in a broader plan. What else can we get in the aquatic habitat? Can we grow food in there? What other experiments could we do? Could we develop underwater synth models to carry out seabed salvage operations? Probably far-fetched. We're going to need to work on this more. We'll tilt this journal for the time being and focus on other priorities until I can come up with more reasons we'll benefit from the aquatic habitat. Can still gather data in the meantime, though. This is the thing. So they mentioned the Warwick homestead earlier. Have we met anybody with the surname Warwick in games so far? Because they're talking about some mission statement. The Warwick Homestead Initiative was conceived to facilitate field testing of various genetically modified specimens in the unique climate of the Commonwealth. It is hoped that we gain insight into the effects of trace radiation on the growth and development of said specimens. We of the Bioscience Division are in full agreement on the following hypothesis. Subjective to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH, such as those found in the exceptionally fertile soil at Warwick Homestead, our modified seed specimens are likely to exhibit accelerated growth rate and twofold increase in size. Genetically modified food? We could never. Project implementation. Stage 1. Use genetic manipulation. We will develop a unique breed of cucurbitaceae with similar characteristics to those commonly found in the Commonwealth. Some cucumber or other. Acquire Roger Warwick, Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all we can about his life and family. With the intelligence gathered in Stage 2, create a synth replica of Roger Warwick and embed the unit on site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation directly. SRB will handle logistics of this aspect of the initiative. Yeah, Monsanto, who? Olga, welcome to the stream.
Bumps.
I found my way into the Institute. Oh, Sothan, are you still here, by the way? Sothan! Fuck. You just reminded me, Olga. Olga, thank you for the bits. Stage 4. Begin covert deliveries of prototype seed batch. Oh, so they took over collect observational data. When sufficient data has been collected, retrieve synth units and specimens for lab study. Purge all surface evidence of the initiative. Crikey. And there's all the seed batches, look. So this is the Warwick stuff, right? Behavioural Anomaly Report. Director Holdren, there are details you requested read a guerrilla behavioural anomalies. A total of 16 incidents of heightened aggression have been documented. Bioscience personnel who witnessed these events, myself included, would categorise the level of aggression displayed as extreme and dangerous. In all, six synth handlers have been destroyed by guerrilla attacks. As for what triggers the behavioural changes, I speculate it's a reaction to perceived conflict. Several attacks followed heated arguments that took place within earshot of the pen. Another occurred soon after the recent SRB. What is SRB? I feel like I've said the letters SRB 1,000 times on stream and I can't work out why. I mean, it's Synth Retention Bureau in this, but it stands for something else in a game we've played a lot of. SRB, help me. Do you know when you feel like you've said something 1,000 times, but I can't place where we've. It seems clear there's a fault in the behavioural model. I doubt it can be corrected. I know you're against it, but I think we have to consider destroying them. Failing that, I recommend that all contact with the guerrillas be limited to synth units only. Bioscience personnel should not be permitted to come into contact. It's a risk that's simply too great. Sothan's really big. Sir Bertram. Oh, what is it? SRB? The access logs. Okay, it doesn't really mean anything to me, does it? Oh, the Institute. Superario Brothers. No. This is an older section, look. This must be from when the bombs first dropped. Because unlike the rest of it, this is actually like 70, well, whatever, retro-futurist design, whereas this is just futuristic. Because they've got no ties to the old world, have they? Sothan, I forgot to say, Strat Home. From live all the way through to Undead, to Baron, to the quest in Dreams at the end, this evening. At 9 PM. 9 server time. I forgot to tell you, that's all. Slapping round bitches. No. SRB. There's no pressure, Sothan. You don't need to excuse yourself if you can. I just needed to remind you. That's fine, yeah.
Like this project has been going on for months.
Yeah, that's all good, Sothan. There's gear to be collected in those 1 hour and 45 minutes. Abstractle's coming as well. That's 7 of us, I think. And anybody else that's sort of around 55? 60, how to call SRB? SRB. Right, who have I got left to meet? I'm just exploring my way around this place. Meet the division leaders. There should be one more division leader for me to meet. There might be Augie, yeah. But I don't think I've said that. It feels like it's stream related.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
What are you going to tell me about this?
I've got it. I've got it.
Phase 3.
You know I can't talk about that.
Solid rocket boosters. Solid state rocket boosters. The SSRBs, right? That's the boosters, the more boosters that people were referring to in Kerbal this whole time, where they were actually SSRBs. Solid fuel instead of liquid fuel. That's what it was. Alright, what division am I in now? Where am I? I didn't even look.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Janet Thompson, give me a minute.
In case anyone didn't mention it...
Janet, no, come back. So
Hey, not everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance. I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
True. Who's the guy I'm speaking to? Evan.
Hi, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
How many rules are we talking about here?
Not nearly enough, if you ask me. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Don't you like rules capacity? Mean a good afternoon. I'm in the Institute. I found my son, and he is in fact a 60-year-old man.
How big is this handbook?
Just a few thousand pages, but I like to think it's a brisk read. I certainly find it so. Take care, then.
Rules are for wankers. Okay, it seems like there's a lot to read in this place as well. We'll save this one for tomorrow, maybe. This place is wild. The Institute, for those that are just joining, is the people who took my son. Can I find my way back up to Sean? Maybe? Did I take the elevator down to this point? I think I did, didn't I? But I don't know if I can, if it'll let me get back in it. Can I summon the elevator, maybe? No? Oh, I can.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Right, maybe this is a good place to end the stream. Then again, I'm a bit early. We have learned so much today. Sean is in fact the leader of the Institute. No, this is taking me up to the teleport area with the power armor, isn't it? Have I just gone to the wrong location? Then again, if I can go get my power armor, that wouldn't be the worst idea. That was a sheep. No, it's my son, man. The little baby. It turns out the people who kidnapped him needed a perfect human... Where's my power armor? No, game? My power armor was here. Have I had my power armor stolen? Okay, I may have made a mistake. My power armor was right here. I swear it was. Or did I go a bit further in it? I maybe was, yeah. Let me go back down. I thought it was a sheep. What's news of these? Yeah, so I got my son kidnapped after they killed Giant, right? And it turns out my son, we suspected, but we've got it confirmed, is in fact in charge of the Institute. That wasn't a bad call from us. The moment you forgot where you packed. But then I can't... Oh, I don't know. The Institute have got a big plan, and they've been down here under the Commonwealth Institute for Technology.
So much research. so little time.
For hundreds of years, working on the synths, and the Gen 3s are the current. I guess I'm so baffled. Excuse me. I'm so flustered. I've been through so much today. Should get your suit to whistle and blink at you. Yeah, where's my power armor? Sean is alive. He is well. He's not only well, he is in the Institute. He is a 60-odd-year-old man, and he wants me to join the Institute and live down here forever. To join him in his cause to further humanity by creating the next generation of humans. We've got, again, a moral choice to make, but instead of being at the end of the game like I thought we were, I am instead opening up an entire new can of worms. Whose bedroom is this? Is this mine? No? I don't even know if Sean did say that I have a home, didn't he? Is this it, maybe? Mazak, I can't drink out of the toilet, but I can sit on it.
How many worm cans are in this game?
It's a good question. Speaking of worms, Worm Olympics on Monday. We will be taking a break from Fallout for 5 days on Monday as we enter the Doomhouse's 2024 Worm Olympics. But tomorrow, Sean's got some explaining to do. Tomorrow then, we'll finish up introducing ourselves to everybody in the Commonwealth, in the Institute, and we'll work out what their plan for the Commonwealth is and whether or not it's something we want to get involved with. I do, while I'm down here, still need to find the serum for Virgil, which can only be in the bio wing. I'm surprised I didn't find it when I was on that back road thing. This game just got wild. I like this game. It's a good game. Alright, I don't know if this is my bedroom, but we'll maybe treat it as my bedroom and we'll call the stream here. Is this a good place? That's a good place. Right. The stream looks slightly different to where I was stood when I logged off yesterday. Thanks to Preston and the Minutemen and Sturgis up at Sanctuary, we managed to build ourselves the signal interceptor. We've caught on to the Institute's teleportation method and managed to teleport myself directly inside. I am now in the Institute. Sean has been found, alive and well. And he wants me to consider picking him for my future. Fuck this game. Thank you all for being here today. 55 is called on the clock. That is the 3 hours that we assign every day. Done. And I'll see you tomorrow for more of whatever the fuck this is. This is the first time I don't really have a concrete plan for the next stream. That was wild. I appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you all for stopping by. You are all very lovely. Thank you all for your time. I apologise that was a bit of a talky one. Not as high octane and shooty as usual. However, I still did survive what little shooting I had to do. Team 1 gets the victory. This is a single point marbles coming up. And this might be your last chance, or one of your last 4 chances, to qualify for the 2024 Worm Olympics, which starts on Monday. I love you all, thank you all, see you all tomorrow, but for now, let's go play marbles, shall we, and pick a winner. I'm exhausted just from thinking today, which I don't say very often. Right. Let's play some marbles. Boys and girls, as you all know, when you join the Doomhaus Discord, which is linked down below, you are randomly assigned a colour, either a green name or an orange name. The greens or the oranges and the oranges of the Doomhaus Discord compete at the end of every stream to determine who is the person of the century of the day. The winner gets to add to the annual total for both teams, as you can see, which is currently 141 to 135 after Abstractal's first win yesterday was a double. If you would like to be today's person of the century of the day, the single winner, and have the golden name, then you must be in the Doomhaus Discord and you must simply type the password, and then you will be given a marble. The plan is to stop dying, right? I think I'm on 38. Augur, let me just show you. You are bang on 38. If I can complete the rest of the game and I'm on the final act without dying, you get 5 points to your annual total. Working from home today, and my water has been turned off for the last 38 hours. 3 hours due to them doing work on the water in the city. It's a bummer. Dougie's not had a wash. Martin, welcome to the stream. Cellist, welcome to the stream. If you'd like to join in, everybody, for today's marbles, be in the Discord, which is linked down below, and the password for today is Gorilla. Go. Alright, who we got for this one? We have Sothan for the Greens. Cats, good afternoon, for the Greens. Dotty for the Greens. Gwynblade for the Greens. 6-4 for the Greens. Alcarion for the Oranges. Capacity for the Greens. Augur for the Greens. Shake, good afternoon, for the Oranges. Dougie for the Greens. Mina for the Oranges. Tagslack for the Oranges. Martin for the Greens. Current Person of the Century of the Day. Abstractful for the Greens. Lundios, good afternoon, for the Greens. That maybe have been too many to add. Siddles for the Oranges. Cellist for the Greens. Trim, good afternoon, for the Greens. Monrock for the Oranges. And is that everybody? Is that everybody? I think it is. Alright. Let's not have a topsy-turvy one like yesterday. 23 marbles enter the race. First person to pick a number if you want to tip, it's the level go. Sothan, Cats.
Burp.
Scotty, Gwynblade, 6-4. Alcarion, Capacity, Augur, Shake. Dougie, Mina, Tagslack, Martin, Abstractal, Lundios, Siddles, Cellist, Trim, and Mindright. Fuck. 6 oranges and 13 greens. You can tell the oranges have better things to do, right? One random press gets us to the level Marble Centauri. Picked by 6-4. The music will tell us when to begin. Best of luck, everybody. If Abstractal is currently Person of the Century of the Day, then why did the score say the oranges won yesterday? Or did I just misread it? Did I write orange on the scoreboard? I did so then. Good spot. It's green. The Greens have won the first 2 points of the week. Jamie is the record holder. Marble Centauri. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is a big one. Last chance to qualify for the Worm Olympics. Single points. Abstractal gets a point here and he is qualified with a bullet. No, it hasn't. I think you need 4 to confirm qualification now I think about it. Yes, Marbles is earlier tomorrow. That is true. While you're all sat here watching, Marbles will be 1 hour earlier tomorrow. I'm at football. Scott is in the lead now for the Greens. Augur's in second for the Greens. Shake for the Oranges. Can we have an orange pull off a super stunt and manage to get a win with only half the marbles? Yep, football is back. The season has restarted, so I will be only doing a 2-hour stream tomorrow. This actually might qualify Augur for the Worm Olympics. Scotty in second, Dougie in third, Trim in fourth. This is extremely green. At least it's easy to tell when Lee's playing as a non-football watcher. Yeah, true. Alright, Shake is the most advanced as we speak. Augur looking for what would be your 3rd point, Augur, am I guessing? Imagine an Augur late qualification for the Worm Olympics. Can somebody go to the pins and tell me where the Worms line is for the Greens? Shake in second. How did Shake just do that? You're above the line on 2 points. Oh, I thought that... Am I right in thinking the green line is halfway through the 2s somewhere, Augur? Because if that's true... So the people that got them points earlier get an advantage. Cut off for Greens is 2, cut off for the Oranges is 1. I think the cut off for the Oranges is 0.
Late.
It's just the top 16, and I give...
Place.
And I give priority to the people who got the points first, if that makes sense. Augur with a big stunt. Can Augur maintain this lead? Shake's in second, Dougie third. Razor, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the bits. Get absolutely shit on. It was a good stream today as well. I don't say so myself. Shake is still holding on to this second spot. Trim and Abstractful both got stuck in that tube, but Augur's lead is vast. Is there anything Shake can do to potentially overtake? Augur hits trouble on that downward path there. Still maintain. 3 points after today, 8 by the end of the playthrough. This is looking good. Are you not going to win Wrigley in Worms, Augur? That's another 3. You could be on 11. Yeah, plus some from Worms. Right, Doug is now in third. Am I right in thinking it is Shake against the entirety of the greens? The entire front, 8 are all green except Shake, who's currently in second. Alright, as we approach the final act of the level, Augur got one hell of a speed boost there and he managed to stick the landing. Shake went round it. Augur benefited from that speed boost and Shake didn't. This could be a good strong lead from Augur. Let's just focus in and look backwards. We need to keep an eye on whether or not Augur fucks it by hitting any of these bobbly bits. Can we have a gilded Augur? Still one of the most creative names for being gold. He just removed the G and the U from his name. It's pretty sweaty, but that's pretty good. Subtle, this isn't our deal. Well, you were supposed to hold up your part of the deal, Cellist. Also, I haven't received the money yet. Augur enters the bobbly bits. Trim has fallen from the level. Abstractful went with him. Trim and Abstractful are out. Dougie in second. Shake is still here in third. Augur needs to hold on. Hits some bobbly bits. Hits more bobbly bits. 6-4 has fallen. This is bad. Shake, help. Shake's trying back there. Let's see where he is. Shake has fallen behind. Entered the bobbly bits. Augur is... Alright. Who was person of the century of the day yesterday? I can't remember. Abstractful. The crown has come off. Augur for the greens, the crown is now on. The greens are stretching it out. Don't forget there's 25 team points to play for next week. No, 30, because there's 5 marbles as well. Augur is gilded. Now, this creates a bit of an interesting situation. Augur is already gilded, never mind. He just bumps Cardi and Santa down slightly. Augur now on 3, qualified for the Worm Olympics with a bullet. Cellist, I've noticed you've not won that one. You'll just open Twitch and do marbles. I have to bypass the government sanctions and fool a mega corporation. It takes time.
Make it rain.
Martin, thank you for the big green bits again. I appreciate it. Augur takes your person of the century of the day. Dougie second and Shake in third. Despite everything, the orange is getting a third. I will take. Lovely. Right, Augur gets himself a single point. That means Augur is now on 3, and the greens have taken 3 points from this week. Dirty rat bastards. Green's now on 1-4-2. So next week there is going to be 5 team points to play for every day. Is there anybody here that hasn't seen the Worm Olympics? Because it might be one of the biggest, most concentrated Doomhaus bullshit 5 days of the Doomhaus calendar. Good for now. I'm pressing this button. I'm saying unlucky to Cellist, who paid a lot of money to lose that today. Augur, congratulations. Martin, thank you for the big bits. Everybody else, thank you for the bits, subs, hosts, and raids, and everything. I love you all for being here. It was a bit of a talky stream today, which I know is not for everybody. However, thankfully, I survived all of that discussion. And I can now say, Team 1, congratulations. You are the winner of today's prediction. You can share out 10k. 4.5k of which was capacities. That's gone in the toilet. 4 people of Team 2 fail and lose to the 5 people of Team 1. Alcarion was the leader there. Congratulations to Team 1. Another chopless stream. Now can I remember to partake in marbles the next 3 days at the festival I'm at? And with your limited signal, Cellist, tomorrow's marbles is 1 hour earlier, as I will be leaving to go to football. However, for now, I've waffled. Fucking hell, waffled, wand. Jesus. Somebody give me a final word. As I say, Cellist, Martin, Capacity, Mina, Katz, Razor, Sothan, Augur, and everybody else. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Augur is your person of the century today. The greens are dominating, but for now, the final word today from Martin is this. Waffle. Yeah, essentially.